Welcome to Tuesday training. Today we're going to look at what the forms look like in StoneSpot. When you go into any new order or quote, you have the option to choose between different forms. If your company only has one form created, you won't see this section at all. If you do have multiple forms, then you're going to be able to choose from this drop down to find the form that works right for what you're doing on the order. So what are these forms exactly? When we look at an order and we see the order form, purchaser, ship to, decedent, all of these are in a certain order and there's certain ones displayed. That's true for every section over here on the left as well. Well, you can customize this form. They don't have to be in this order. They don't have to show everything. Possibly you have a form that's just pertinent for lettering orders or final dates, and you want to switch to that and have much more limited information or sections here so that not all of them are displayed. You can view any order in a different form, so you might want to reduce the information you're seeing, or potentially we've seen people get really creative with this in some shops. Maybe I do a lot of the invoicing and I just want the invoicing section right here on my form. So I can make a form that's just for me, and every time I open an order, that information is displayed in the way that I want. So let me show you how to customize your forms. So you go to the admin section and then you go into settings and you go to form designers. Here you're going to pick the master order view. That's where our forms are going to be. And if I want to create a new form, I would give it a name here. Maybe I want to create one just for me. And like I said, I handle the invoicing a lot, so I want to see the purchaser. Maybe I'm in charge of tracking the commissions, so I want the commission section to show. And after that, I might not want to see the ship to, the decedent information. I'll keep the ship to, the decedent information. I don't want to see any of the designers or some of these other details, so I will hide a bunch of things that are not pertinent to me. But here's my invoicing section, and I do want that right at the top, right above my commission salespeople. So without taking more of our time, I'm going to save this and show you what it looks like. Oh wait, before I do that, let me go show you two more important things. So when you're editing your form, you have to say who can see this form. So I could say all admin users can see this form, or all full users, or I can just pick in here and find myself and just make this form available to only me. That will make it so nobody else has to see this one when they click on the form drop down. So again, lots of things you can do with that. Last thing I want to show you here is the client contract. Maybe I have a cemetery lettering form, for example, and I have a contract that I like to send to my clients that has wording specific to lettering. Since that's just going to be used for cemetery lettering, I can put a client contract as the default for that form. So if I fill out a form in cemetery lettering, it would automatically default to the correct client contract to send to the client. So if I go back into an order and I start a new order, I will now be able to see my Missy form. I go there, I change to that form, and now it will be in the order that I created. So here's my invoicing section right there. So maybe that's what I work on all day long, and I really just want it at the top and be able to work here in my invoicing and work with my commissions. And so that's the nice way to be able to customize the system to work well for you or to work well for your business in the different kinds of orders that you're taking. Hope this training was helpful.